Hi everyone, part 3. Don't know really whether I can call it part 3 because it's a very short video. Basically what we're going to be doing here is just explaining the wiring layout of the top of the engine as per requested by a viewer, and it's going to be a short explanation of what I'm going to be doing in this short part of the build. Going to be doing things slightly unconventionally. Obviously I've got a lot of cleaning and things to do. But because we've got to drop the engine out and we've also got to do the forks, what I'm going to do is take the forks out, and then it's going to enable me basically to sort of manipulate and move around the bike a lot easier, so I can basically put it on the floor and just lift the frame off of the engine, and that's going to make things a hell of a lot easier for not only cleaning things up but also when mocking up and fitting the other engine, doing all that. And by the time that's all done, the forks will be done and it'll just be a case of rolling on and putting the thing back together. The wheels are gone at the moment and they are in the back of my van. I've put the tyres on them at work today. Not greatly pleased with the finish of the wheels, but they are more than better than a rattle can finish, so you know, but hey ho, that's the way it is. I'm not going to put the discs on yet because I'm going to order some stainless steel bolts and what have you. And so it's going to be, the next time you see this is going to be pretty much a frame that sits on the floor and two engines on a bench, where I start to do the conversion or prep for the engine, basically to turn it into what we need, and then get the mount done and welded up and what have you. So that's the way we're going to go. So a lot of fun for me, short wait for you. That's pretty much how it is. So there we go. I'm just going to cut to a scene now where I've done the explanation of the wiring for this viewer, as I said I would do. I'm a few days late, but hey ho, got done anyway. I hope it can be a help, and thank you very much for your views. Right, so wiring as of requested. I apologise, I don't remember your name, but I do know I had a request to go through the wiring on the top of the engine. I'm not sure exactly what, so I'll just go through it all. Starting with this side, right hand side, you've got two blue plugs. They go all the way up and they end up to the left hand side and go to the light switch. Brown, two plugs all the way up, go to kill switch. Then you have another one coming from the left, which is the ignition, and that's these two white plugs. And then this plug here is the rear brake light switch, from the pedal. Then we have the white 2-pin under here, which goes down to your crank pickup. Is there any more on that? This triangular white one goes to your throttle position sensor, which is on the carbs. Got one on this side as well, which is exactly the same, and that goes to the speed pickup on the bottom of the gearbox down there. Sorry, I haven't got a light. No torch either, I apologise, but that goes down there anyway. We have this white 2-pin connector on the left hand side, which is basically an earth going to the thermostat housing there, and the coolant temperature sender. Then we have the positive for the start motor, the main earth here on the back of the gearbox, and we have a single bullet connector on this right hand side. Sorry, missed this one. This one goes down to the neutral switch on the back, and then we have another bullet connector which is white wires. This goes down to the oil level sender, and then we have your stator plug, the 3-pin white. This green 2-pin is your fuel sender. This blue 2-pin is the kickstand. This black 2-pin is the fuel pump, and that is about it, I think. Then we have the coil plugs that come up to here, and you also have your fan switch on that one, and spurred off from this loom here you have the fan plug, which is a 2-pinner. And I believe that is about it for the wiring of the R6. Obviously you've got your rectifier pluggeroo there, and then it goes all to that dump for CDI and relays and what have you. So, but that's not top of the engine, that's sweat. Right, so I hope that was a help. Yeah, so thanks. Right guys, here we have it. I might as well have done a time lapse on this actually, because even with double speed it would have made for a half sensible timed time lapse, because it didn't take me long at all, to be honest. I'd say probably 20 minutes max, if that. So, but anyway, this is the stage we've got it at now. I was thinking about taking the forks out as well, but to be honest, it just make it a little bit more cumbersome and all that. So I'm going to remove the rest of the plastics and what have you, and then it'll be light enough to just chuck in my van and take down to work. Now I can pressure wash it off and stuff. As you can see, there is loads of gunk, like, you know, the usual. All this is going to be spick and span clean. I want it to be like pristine clean for when it's sold. I want to, you know, really be able to sort of, you know, big it up in a way. Couple of little things along the way we noticed. Someone's been handy with their little welder. Not very well. Looks like without any gas, to be honest. That is sort of, well, it's fucking awful, isn't it, really? And I'm not even sure, I haven't actually checked it, but I've got a 520. I'm sure I've got a 520 chain on the bike, or had. Where is it? Looks about the same sort of. It's got to be. I'm sure I saw 520 written on it. Where are we? Where are we? 520. Yeah. All right. It's a 520 chain. Yeah, it does fit. It just looks like a massive sprocket to me. I mean, obviously, yeah, I'll count the teeth. But yeah, what I'm going to do is have a bit of a tidy up, because the place is an absolute bomb site. And then I'm going to get this engine on the bench, and I've decided to finish this video off and make it into a bit more of a part 3. I'm going to set up a time lapse where I'm literally just stripping the head off of this engine. I have got a full video of how to remove the cylinder head from a 5EB engine, which, if bearable to watch, shows you how it's done. So I'm not going to diver around with that too much and, you know, do that basically again. But I will film it, time lapse it, and basically try and race myself and see how long it takes me just to strip the head off. I'm not going to be worrying about timing or anything like that, because we're not putting this engine back together. All I want is the cylinder head off of it. So, you know, we'll do that as just a little bit of fun. But I've got a bit of tidying up to do before we do that. So I'm going to have some dinner and get tidied up, and I'm going to do that afterwards. So here we go with that. See you in a bit. Right, welcome back. I've tidied up, got myself sorted out, moved the old shit bandit out of the way, and engine's ready to start being pulled apart once I've set you lot up to take a view of that. I remember we're going to do a little race to see how quick we can get this head off. Other engines down there ready and waiting. Bike's all sat looking rather sorry for itself at the moment down there on the floor. I've got a box of bits and pieces that need to get cleaned up, polish up and all that sort of thing, and that's pretty much it. So we're all clean, ready, square. So what we're going to do is I'll set you up and we're going to get going. So I'll see you in a bit. Right, okay, so that wasn't bad timing, was it? I haven't really properly looked. I can easily see a couple of cracks already, so that's probably where our issue lies. Although it did have literally no compression, so I was expecting a little bit more damage than what it had, to be honest, because even mine, when I did mine had chunks missing, but it still run with the oil cap off. So we're going to have a little look. I'm going to set these cylinders more in a straight line with each other for inspection's sake. Alright, spanner. Right, so chain. This is going to be difficult to do one-handed. Should have done this before I started the video. Right, okay. There you go. Right. Cylinder 1 is okay. Cylinder 2, dirty great crack, as you can see. Let me see if I can put you in normal mode. Alright. There we go. One dirty great big crack. Cylinder 3 appears fine. Can't see anything major in there. Cylinder 4. It's difficult to get in. We've got a chunk missing. I believe that's it. I'm just going to rest you back up here, because what I'm going to do quickly is just check the actual bottom of the liner too, because it just seemed like a hell of a lot of, or a hell of a lack of compression for the amount of damage that there is. And that crack just ends. And so does that one. We remove the gasket. No real damage to any of the actual block itself. It just appears to be liners. The usual issue. We've got quite a funny flakiness all over the pistons. Obviously wasn't running very well. As for, there we go. As for the cylinder head, albeit dirty and need a clean up and stuff, of course, but that doesn't appear to have any problems. I will leak test the valves and all that stuff before it goes back together, but that's basically it. So that's the damage. Yet another 5EB bites the dust. To be honest, I might not cut this mount out again like I did with the last one. I might actually find the proper aluminium tubing to go there, because I feel, even though the block is technically knackered, I do feel a little bit shameful about chopping it up, because someone might want to take it to get realigned, or I might realign it one day or something like that, so we never know. But we shall see. So that'll be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Next video, don't know really, I'm going to have to think about what we're going to do next, so catch you soon. Bye bye.